Hey there, hello. That's Rana who's joining me today. Um, this is not going to be the episode I hoped. Okay, just getting a little message there. First of all, Allison's not with me today. She has a doctor appointment, so it's just me and Rana at the moment. Allison's not with me today. She has a doctor appointment, so it's just me and Rana at the moment. Let me turn that off. And there she goes. She has a little scar on her neck. So bandage it up. Anyway, okay, so was hoping to work, but one of my cats, Crash, is in heat and frankly out of control. As it is, I've had little sleep over the last couple of nights. You might hear her in the background. We had half a dozen cats show up 2 nights ago. It's getting insane here with the stray cats. And really something needs to be done. It's like, yes, on occasion I have put food out, but there's no way this many are showing up because of me putting food out. Anyway, so I got 2 fosters. It's the 2 girls that I have that aren't fixed that I'm looking into getting them fixed, and then hopefully eventually into a home. Because I got my 3 here, which is Clea, Rocket, and Ripley, and that is quite enough for my apartment. Having the 2 fosters here have been challenging, to say the least. And I'm kind of wondering, because I would love to, like, the stray cats that are showing up are probably most, if not all, are not fixed, and I would love to get those fixed as well. And what is it? TNR. I did a post about this on Facebook, and some people recommended talking to TNR. Hey, Landon. Hey, Crash. I made a song about how did all the cats get out. My YouTube channel. I think you like it. Not sure if you're serious, but I'll go check it out. Yeah, so the night that like half a dozen cats showed up, strays, I noticed one of them. One of them I've seen maybe 6 times, something like that. Looked a little off, and noticed his back leg was sort of bowed out a bit, and told my, like the cat sanctuary outside of town about it, and they recommended I keep him in here, and we take him to the vet the following day, and then they would cover costs, and the vet would cover costs, and so on. Shh, I'm on camera. Um, hey, Pops. Welcome, welcome. So it turns out he had some problems with his foot. Um, I forget the medical term, but he had some cuts on his leg and even worse problems that really led to the the vet's decision that amputation was the best course of action. Apparently, he was in a fight, probably with a dog, um, and we have stray dogs around here as well. So, and you know, because of the seriousness of the leg, I think that the amputation can't be done right away. It has to be done next week. Um, so he's going to be. I just came up with a name off the top of my head that we call him Stanley. And so Stanley's going to be staying at the cat sanctuary, and eventually he'll have the amputation and then recovery there. And hopefully they can also find him a home. It's just, yeah, it's gotten ridiculous. So I'm starting to put out food in my backyard. And I asked another neighbor that puts out food for cats occasionally to do the same. See if we can at least get the cat population out of the front area. And keep them in the back. Because I would like to let my cats out and then not running into half a dozen cats or whatever. All the cats I let out are fixed, so yeah, that's not an issue. Oh, now you're tired. Yeah, now she's tired. That's Crash. Crash has been keeping me up nights. So she was an outdoor cat, and I didn't think anything of it, and realized only recently that when she went into heat, that was the first time she was in heat, and that's why she's avoided getting pregnant and all that. And yeah, so we're definitely going to get her fixed. And yeah, currently just a couple of bad nights. One with Stanley was the worst night of one of the worst nights of my life. Because trying to keep a stray cat locked up, and really the first night of Crash being in heat, and trying to maintain life with all the other ones. Like I mentioned before with Rana, she had, I mentioned this before, but she had ear mites and was scratching pretty severely on different areas of her body. She ruined her tail and had to have the end of that clipped, surgically removed, and she has a bad scratch on the back of her neck, which she keeps opening, which is why I have to bandage it up now. And I even have, it's in the other room, I have a thing put around her neck so she can't get at it, but she's been getting at all of that. So I have to keep wrapping it up for her. But it's healing up much better than it was. It was looking pretty scary, pretty Frankenstein-y. And yeah, it's just, it's out of control. So I had hope for this episode to be a totally open stream and have people on to talk about how to make independent comics better. I don't know. It's like I was planning to do a long stream. Seriously, I need to catch up on sleep, and also just, my cats are a little out of control. And yeah, it's like they're calm at the moment, but my focus is also shot. So I don't know. It's like I was hoping Allison would be here, and I was even thinking of canceling this episode and doing it at a later date. But I figured at the very least, I'll get you up to date on a few things. So right now, we're looking to get my Fosters fixed. And also Lisa has a couple that she's going to get fixed. Then once that's said and done, and Stan Lee is taken care of, then we're going to look into what we can do about the strays in my neighborhood, because I don't know what the case. It's like there's new ones that have appeared, and it's like people leaving and leaving their animals. I don't know. So I know some are like from not this block, but maybe a block or two over. There's a couple of new ones. Like Stan Lee was one I only saw 6 times, and I think Stanley had a home at some point, but not now. There's another cat I call Pudgy, who never saw before, and all of a sudden he was here every day. And he's disappeared once or twice, but he's back. And yeah, it's just so criminal that people, take cats in, give them a life indoors, and then move and leave them behind, or decide they don't want them anymore and just put them out. I mean, that's how I got Rana. Is a neighbor. Hey, Domino, welcome. A neighbor had, whatever Rana's previous name was, but had Rana for like a year and a half, and decided she's too crazy for him or whatever, and just put her outside. And I was like, no, that's maximum cruelty. So I took on the responsibility of caring for Rana, and given her a home, and she's definitely flourished. She's a tiny, light little cat. She's probably getting close to 2 years old now, but she's never going to be that big. She doesn't meow a lot. Her purr is very low, but I could tell when she's happy, and she definitely loves to tear through the house when she's excited. But yeah, I'm going to try over the next weeks and months ahead, whatever, to at least get the ones in this area fixed or taken in or something, because this is just ridiculous. It's like I can't do anything about dogs. I'm not going to start mixing my cats with dogs. They'll just have to find homes on their own or something. And it's like I'm only one person. I'm a comic guy. I'm not rich. um, in fact, most of what I work on right now is not bringing me money. So um, it's kind of a predicament of my schedule. Um, but it is what it is. I've considered maybe doing a charity thing, whatever you call it, on Facebook. Not a charity. Like in case of emergency, you can do a crowdfunder on Facebook. I forget what it's called, but to get to get all these cats fixed. If they're all fixed, and then there's less fights, and it's all about the male cats wanting to get the female cats and all that jazz. But another thing I wanted to do today is do an update on retro, and frankly, because of the way February went down, I really don't have anything to say other than I'm going to get to it. I'm still struggling with my current schedule, which because of these life events is really sucking my schedule away. But I do hope to get it to the printer in April. I'm probably talking the end of April right now. But that also depends on other people's schedules. And the fact that, it's like, yeah, I can't really say for sure. But like I got a shorter list of things I gotta take care of immediately. A couple covers, a couple anthology stories, getting closer to be able to work on all that. But I'm going to have to seriously get back on the graphic novel, because that's got a deadline. So I can't really give you anything coherent. Like I said, I need some sleep, but yeah, mostly that's what's going on. It's my friend Lisa's birthday today, so wish her a happy birthday. I saw her and hung out with her a little bit. And we're gonna have a dinner Thursday. But yeah, it's like I think the reasoning behind this episode, I'll save for another day. Like let's brainstorm. Let's figure out, like I want to get everybody's ideas on what can make independent comics greater. Or even, like number one, like people continuously have always said the big two, but more and more it's about if you add up all the collective independent creators, that's bigger than what the big two are putting out. So what would make independent comics number one? I wonder what that is. Yeah. Okay. Nothing important. So yeah, I think it's like I was considering canceling, delaying this episode, but I figured I'd come in here and talk about the cat issues. I don't know, get it off my chest. It's just something I'm going to be dealing with going forward, because it's out of hand. And I like I said, I did a post on Facebook, and there are a number of other people like experiencing the same situation. Especially because of COVID, that it's like pets are less, last on the list for families and single people or whatever. Like people are been in more and more in survival mode, and the pets take a hit. So it goes. But all right. So I'll as I do, I add streams, and you can check them on my channel. They're all listed when I put them up. So check back, and we'll really get into this topic. I see Landon's making comments on this. Yeah, frankly, I'm having a couple of horrible days. So I do have a guest Wednesday. I do have a guest Friday. I think we'll keep it at that and do this again next week, with the original intention of having me and Allison and us inviting people online. So yeah. Sorry, if you were expecting otherwise, but just not up for this today. I'm going to get some much needed rest. Like this one who's been keeping me up all night is now crashed out, and I'm going to join her. Not on the yacht table, but anyway. All right. Be well. We'll talk again soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think it's at 4. I forget now. I'll set up the stream later, and you can check it on my channel. All right. Take care, everybody. Talk to you again soon.